Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Dante. And thank you so much, each and every one of you, for being in this space with us today. It's so great to see so many of you that I've been organizing with in various different projects over the last few months, over the last few years. And so my heart is just completely amazed and expanded here, being here. And it's it's part of my healing to be here with you all. So just quickly want to talk about responsibility and how there's the word responsibility, and then there's the word, when you break it down, response ability, our ability to respond, and how do we respond to these triple pandemics, and and how am I taking responsibility for them, and what is my responsibility is really the question. And so the things that are kind of coming up are just, for me, and how I show up is uh, visioning. Like, I have this like holographic representation of the world in my brain, and I just check where are there things that need to be attended to in the community. So I just want to give us 15
Mm.
seconds, 20 seconds to pause and just ground ourselves in that question of how do we take responsibility? How am I taking responsibility?
Mm.
And part of it for me has to do with the how we make decisions. Where is privilege and power showing up in our lives? In how have we internalized capitalism, patriarchy, and white supremacy culture? And so when we make decisions, are we making those decisions based on money and power, which are the values of capitalism and the systems of oppression? Or are we making decisions based on the values of the just transition and the just transition framework? And so, for example, to the questions that were coming up earlier, when we make decisions about how we improve our home, we're making those decisions continuously with that lens of how do we make ourselves more resilient to these pandemics. And one quick example of that is that um, we really took it upon ourselves to invest in heat pumps, ductless heat pumps.
Mm.
That sounds really technical and like clean energy, whatever. But it has allowed us to not have to use propane or fracked gas in our homes, which has recently been linked to increased health impacts due to the burning of fossil fuels in our own homes. We're able to heat our homes with a third to half the energy of otherwise. So we're not using coal or gas for electricity either as much. But when the smoke from the wildfires came around, these heat pumps have HEPA filters on them, which allowed us to breathe easier when the smoke was all around us. And so and as global warming exacerbates, these heat pumps also can be used for cooling. And so it's kind of like a really concrete example of how solutions to the pandemic, solutions to the climate crisis, solutions to racism, all actually work together when we use the values
Mm.
basis. They work together to solve our problems. So just one thing, since the pandemic, I've really pivoted to exploring how do we use this moment to create a new normal. How do we say we're done
Mm.
with business as usual and these systems of oppression, but we're going to transition to we're going to transition now. What does that look like? So I've had a lot of conversations with some of you, with some other folks that aren't on the call. And one of the things that we did, which I'd like to announce, use this moment opportunity to announce, that Sailor Sea Cooperative Finance, which is an organization, cooperative, working on the student debt crisis, is partnering with For the People, and we're launching Community Care Debt Relief, which is a program to provide direct support to community organizers of color to reduce their student debt burden. And that this program has taken months and months and hundreds of hours of both For the People board and SS COFI board to put this program together, which will be announced in the next couple of weeks through For the People, and will be happening the week of November 16th. So you'll get the chance to check that out. But what it is it's rooted in community values of care and trust. And how do we support people and what is our own creative response to these different pandemics. So I just wanted to share a few words about that. I could go on for an hour, but I'll leave it there. Thank you so much.